Hi, and welcome to The Deep Dive. Today, we're digging into something really insightful about what it actually means to live a life of faith. We're looking at a YouTube course called The Path of Faith is Not a Path of Flying with Wings. Quite a title. And our goal really is to get past some common ideas, maybe some cliches, and see what walking with faith looks like, in the real world. Okay, so right off the bat, this source kind of challenges us. It mentions James, writing to those early believers. Apparently, they were slipping back into just, the same old conventional religion. It points out how lots of people start thinking, okay, going to church, that's faith. But then those initial feelings, that salvation buzz, it doesn't always last, does it? That experience might feel familiar to some of you listening.
Yeah, that fading spark idea, it really connects to what the source talks about next. This repetitive religious life pattern. It describes people ending up just living for immediate needs, almost blending back into the way everyone else lives, the lives of people in the world. And this pattern, it can make people feel unsure, lack confidence, often carrying this heavy heart about the sins that are always revealed.
That's heavy?
It is. And grace starts feeling like maybe just a temporary fix, like a prescription, the source calls it. It helps for a bit, but then it wears off. It's not that deep, lasting change. Just a cycle, really. Frustrating.
Wow, okay. And that metaphor it uses about crossing the Red Sea.
Powerful, isn't it?
Yeah, salvation is crossing the sea. But then it says many people just stop. They stay right there at the door of salvation, either ignorant of or uninterested in what comes after.
What's supposed to happen next?
Exactly. So they get stuck, repeatedly entering and exiting the door of salvation every day. Come Monday, it's back to the life of Egypt, metaphorically speaking.
Set free, but walking right back.
It's a bit confronting, that idea.
It really is. Because if you think about the bigger story, that life after salvation, that crossing the sea moment, the source calls that the wilderness. And the wilderness isn't, a picnic spot. It's the actual path forward towards Mount Sinai, where the guidance is given, and then on to Canaan, the land of mission.
So not about kicking back and relaxing.
Definitely not. It's about actively walking this wilderness path with faith in God's faithfulness. It's a trek.
Which brings us right back to that title, doesn't it? The path of faith is not a path of flying with wings. This really cuts against how maybe some people think about faith, what's the big misconception here? That faith is an easy button.
Pretty much, yeah. The source argues faith doesn't give you wings to fly over the hard stuff. It doesn't make problems just vanish. Instead, it gives you a more resolute heart.
Okay, so inner strength.
Exactly. So that you don't try to avoid the path, but you actually walk it step by step, no matter what. Think about the Red Sea again, or crossing the Jordan River later on. The people, they had to bravely and faithfully walk every single step.
They weren't just beamed across.
No. God guides, sure, like the pillar of fire and cloud. But the person, the believer, they must risk their lives and with faith, physically walk step by step.
It's a partnership then. Active participation.
Absolutely.
So thinking about this practically, for you listening, what does this mean day to day? It's not like God is out there manufacturing problems for us.
No, the source is clear on that.
But it clarifies that simply living with faith in this world that has betrayed God brings us countless trials and training.
Just by trying to live differently.
Right. Trying to live by God's values, it naturally creates conflict and resistance. Because those values are often opposite to the values that everyone in this world enjoys.
So friction is almost inevitable.
Yeah, in your choices, your conversations, it plays out everywhere.
And this definitely makes you rethink prayer, doesn't it? The source kind of pushes back on the idea that God will just swoop in and do everything for us.
Like a divine butler, almost.
Sort of, yeah. So instead of praying for those wings, praying for an escape route, the source suggests a different kind of prayer, maybe a more righteous prayer, asking for the faith and ability to overcome, asking for the courage to willingly overcome our situations and circumstances according to the word.
Ah, okay. So not praying to get out of it, but praying for strength to get through it.
Precisely. The strength to handle it faithfully.
That's different. It means trusting God for the power to, like the source says, run through enemy lines and leap over city walls in our ordinary lives.
Facing the challenges head on.
Tackling that tough project, having that difficult talk, embracing the path, not trying to find a detour. Engagement, like you said, not evasion. So for you, listening, maybe this is a moment for some calm reflection. Are you looking for the easy way, the wings? Or are you prepared to actually walk that narrow and difficult path the Source talks about, trusting God whatever comes your way?
And remember, the source suggests the real joy, the joy of God's kingdom. It doesn't necessarily come from, expecting constant, amazing miracles and signs. It comes from the deep satisfaction of walking according to the unchanging values of the Word.
A steady walk, not a flashy flight.
Exactly.
Something to think about then. What does it mean in your life right now to truly live by faith? Not by flying, but step, by walking.